Still don't get why it does that. You're live.
We're live. Okay. So here we are waiting. Let's give the typing square a shout out. Hi Kayla. I'm waving, but you can't see me.
Hi, typing square.
We're getting ready to go here. I gotta tell you, I got some good ones pulled up, and maybe a super secret bonus at the end, depending on time. So, cross your fingers. I've got some. It's like an hour and a half super chunk of commercials, Halloween commercials from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. So it's going to be a big scattershot thing. And depending on if that tanks, I got something in the wings.
All right.
But I don't want to have another. Well, not necessarily have another 2.5 hour show because I realize it's Wednesday and people have shit to do tomorrow.
Yep.
Like me. And plus, I get sleepy.
Yep.
Sleepy right now, as a matter of fact. But the sheer joy and adrenaline at the prospect of 90s commercials is keeping me going. And I had some coffee.
I almost took some, but I didn't.
Took it intravenously.
That would have been nice.
Use a little spoon. Oh, man. So, Halloween coming up real soon, guys. It is the 28th, 29, 30, 31. That is Halloween. We are so close. Oh, we were going to do my makeup for the show, but oh well.
We were, and then we didn't.
Yeah. Oh, well.
There wasn't any time.
What's today? Today's still Wednesday. We got Thursday and Friday still. Technically, Friday I won't have to necessarily be on camera because we'll be playing Among Us.
That's true.
Unless I could pop myself in the corner up top just so you know who's in charge. Plus, maybe it'll obscure somebody murdering me. Let's type in square, chatting it up. Gained anybody? Lost anybody?
We gained
Broken
one.
any hearts?
We gained one, and Kayla's waving.
Hello, Kayla. Checking on the broken heart situation now. Anyone out there is the loner, the owner of a lonely heart? Or the loner of an only heart? That would have been a different song. Boy, oh boy.
Totally different song.
I gotta tell you, I am Halloween and commercials together. Oof.
Two of your favorite things.
Not for nothing, but back in the day, McDonald's had the shittiest food around still, but they had those pails. I hope we see those pail commercials. You get the pumpkin, the skeleton, or the witch, or maybe it was a ghost and a witch. There was 3 of them. I know one was a witch and one was a pumpkin, but the white one might have been a ghost or a skeleton. Moral of the story is, man, anything Halloween I was into. Buckets, like the mask, anything that was related. All the Halloween episodes of shit. Oh, this was like what everybody else gets, like the boner everybody gets for Christmas, I get for Halloween. I just don't want to warehouse a bunch of shit in my house for the holiday. But now, since we'll be doing live stuff, maybe I'll have to pick up some more because obviously 3 things. Got a pumpkin, a skull, and then the beetle candle.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about the beetle candle.
So, but I mean, they got the Jason masks up year round, so.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's basically
Horror
Halloween
clock,
in here,
but
24.
But
so.
Friday the 13th isn't Halloween. It's like, it's like a summertime camp slasher.
Kayla says she's the same regarding Halloween versus Christmas.
Yeah, that's when we get our boners because everybody else is like, oh, Christmas. Christmas is the time of blah, 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 blah. It's like the coldest, so that's the sucky part. Like, the Christmas music isn't good. Like, it's going to, whatever. Like,
She said, I lost a lot of my love for Christmas spirit after working years in retail.
Oh, for sure. That'll kill it for you, too. That's another thing that people who love Christmas probably never did.
Mm-hmm.
You spend one Christmas season at Old Navy and you'll be done with it. But then again, like, on the other side, you've got people going ape shit on Black Friday. Like, people are murdering people for TVs. So, I mean, you have to kind of imagine what it's like on the other side.
Yeah.
Where are we at here?
We are at 4 with 2 likes.
Uh-oh. We only have half a person worth of likes. Oh, what are some other... I hope I see the McDonald's one. I've got to see the McDonald's one. It's Halloween.
Well, yeah, it didn't...
I hope... Typing Square, do you remember... This may or may not have caught your demo, but back in the old days, they would dress up football players as monsters, and Coke had a big promotion, so every football player was a monster. You'd have this guy dressed up like a dragon or a cowboy or a... Rattlesnake was one of them. One guy was like Frankenstein's monster. I always look forward to that. I hated football. Not hated. I was completely indifferent to football. But the fact that football could step out into some costumes once a year, I was like, yeah, I'll buy it.
Yeah. Kayla says watching videos of Black Friday is my second favorite thing to do on Thanksgiving weekend.
Watching videos of it?
Yeah.
Like the aftermath?
What's your first favorite thing to do?
What? When?
She said it was her second. That's her second favorite thing to do on Thanksgiving weekend.
Oh, yeah. Probably first thing's probably eat. Everybody loves the food. But if you're in love with it, why wouldn't pumpkin be like a thing year round?
I mean, you can get pumpkin year round, but
Right,
people
but
you can't grow pumpkins year round, so that's probably why.
Well, whatever. Like they can, like there's a bunch of shit we can't grow year round, but we somehow get it year round. So I bet there's a way. Like South America can start making pumpkins just like they make all the other fruit that we get during our winter. But that's the thing.
She says family dinner is her favorite first thing.
Pumpkin cannot sustain itself unless it is tied to a sappy holiday.
Yeah.
Because if it could, it would.
I freaking love pumpkin.
Ugh.
Man. Oh my god.
I don't even think it's pumpkin that everybody likes. I think it's the spices associated with pumpkin. I think it's the ginger. I think it's the nutmeg. I think it's that. Because when you taste it, when we drink the disgusting pumpkin coffee you bought, like the pumpkin flavor in itself is not a huge influence. It's the pie type spices that are so, because it's like, those sort of baser like cloves and allspice and cinnamon and those baser sort of warm floral notes that I don't necessarily care for.
Kayla says she stocks up on canned cranberry sauce every November so she can have it available all year.
I'm surprised it's not available all year. Like that stuff isn't going bad, and that those cans they're putting away this year are coming back out next year. So it's not. Why not leave them on the shelf full time, guys? Come on, Kroger. Where are we at? Are we close enough?
It's the same.
All right, it's close enough. Let's start this show.
You're listening to FFOP Radio.
Reach the
Hey everybody, and welcome to the show. My name is Dave, and this is Until My Battery Dies. I can't say 90s, but it's vintage or retro Halloween commercial edition. I am wearing a 90s Macho Man Randy Savage, oh yeah, t-shirt in celebration, obviously. It's Wednesday. We got no hashtags for that. But you can see the flamingo. Trung is burning bright despite his low battery. He's like our little menorah. Burns for 8 days and nights on 3 little batteries.
only 8 days.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, that's if you're lucky, and the 8 days is limited to like 10 minutes a day.
Yeah. Snap into a Slim Jim, Kayla says.
Yeah. Oh, you remember when they had that mascot who was the dude in the Slim Jim costume who was always telling you to eat him?
Mm-hmm.
Eat me! Oh my God, what a nightmare of the 90s where they were like, food needs a mascot. Like, not only do you need to like identify with eating the food, but when you eat it, you also need to like imagine that it's an animal or a person. Or yeah, it was that's what we liked. That's what we liked. We liked eating things that had feelings and emotions. We also like stealing things from people. Like the Trix Rabbit. We like keeping cereal from people. We like stealing the Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
That's what the 90s taught us. It was like cool to steal, cool to keep things away from other people because they were different. Yeah, it was a great time to be alive.
True. Yeah.
It was a lot less inclusive back in the fucking day. Holy shit. So, let's do a little prefacing here. I want to give the person who put this together a shout out. So the channel we are going to find this mega block of commercials is Retro Halloween and More. They've been out here for a year, but active for a year, uploading pretty much exclusively Halloween stuff, a couple Christmas things, but we'll let it slide. You know, it's commercials, it's vintage. We'll let it happen.
We have to do a Christmas one too.
We'll do a Christmas one. We've got some mega, Christmas. Like, if you took the dirge of Halloween commercials and set this humongous pile of advertising next to what is Christmas commercials, it would look like a thimble next to the ocean. We have no problem with Christmas commercials. Everybody loves a Yule log, so we will, yeah.
Kayla says, Lego my ego. I used to love Eggos.
And then, Eggos did so many weird things. They were like, now we look like French toast.
Yeah.
Now we're square. Now we're octagon. Now we're this. Now we're that.
I loved, my
Same-
favorite was
Same cheap garbage.
was the mini French toast that were in 4 and the
Yeah.
cinnamon sugar or cinnamon French toast.
Ugh, just
Oh my
imagine what, ugh. As an adult, I feel sick just thinking about eating an Eggo. Oh my God.
Hey, the Birch Benders, I'll promote Birch Benders. Birch Benders is a keto brand of stuff, and they came out with frozen waffles.
Did we try? We tried them,
I tried them.
and they were passable.
Yeah, they tasted like an Eggo.
What's in them? That's my question now, because people still have keto on shit that isn't keto.
Well, it's like
But that
coconut
whatever.
flour.
We're not here to talk about that shit. We're here to talk about fucking Halloween commercials. Let me hear. I want everyone to give me one commercial they hope they see, and I'm gonna write down and see who wins. I'm gonna I'm gonna go for my McDonald's bucket, to be specific. The bucket commercial, because it was kind of like Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. Almost exactly. The 3 masks they sold were the skeleton, the pumpkin, and the witch. Is Season of the Witch in cahoots with McDonald's? Find out after this.
Oh,
The bucket commercial.
this is suspicious.
So if I get that, I win a point.
I can't really think of any. All I keep thinking about is the M&M's commercials. But I don't know if they had a Halloween one.
Oh yeah, like of course they did. There was one I remember where they both dressed up as vampires.
Oh, okay.
I think Elvira even showed up in one to take a bite out of them.
So any M&M commercials is
All
is
right,
my
so we'll
thing.
say Halloween M&M.
McDonald's Nuggets toys.
Oh.
McDonald's Nugget toys is what Cherish says.
Now, okay, so I wonder if we'll be in the correct time period, because I do remember the Nugget toys, but I don't know if they were given out around Halloween. So that's a long shot, but I'm putting you down as 50-1.
Kayla says, I'm betting there's a Kooky Spooks costume commercial.
Kooky Spooks? Is that a brand name? I imagine. Kooky Spooks?
Imagine she capitalized it.
Yeah, then we're probably. But here's the other wild card is, don't know what part of the U.S. these are from. These could all be from Wisconsin. They could be smattered across the local, the continuous 48. Probably not going to see anything from Alaska or Hawaii, so do not get your hopes up. So, are we ready to rock? Let's get this baby going. All right, I hope it's not too loud or too soft, so please let me know what happens when we start. Oh, yeah, here's a little thing. Thanks for using their things, whatever. So, yeah, like I was telling you,
Yay.
this site, like this where I'm getting these commercials, like if you want to come back after the fact.
Halloween's a perfect time for baking.
Hey, Bruno!
Just roll out Pillsbury sugar cookies, cut,
Man.
bake,
When are
and decorate,
we having some
and feed it to
2010
your
commercials so I can
goblins.
participate in the nostalgia?
So much fun, man.
2010 isn't nostalgia yet. It's been less than
My big friend, I love the big
Nostalgia
taste
has to
of
be at least
chocolate
20
in this
years.
little Hershey's
I wish we knew a time
Hershey's
frame.
Kisses, the little kiss with the big
This
taste.
feels 70s.
Yeah.
1,
This feels 70s.
3, 4,
Is this
5, 6,
maybe?
7, 8,
Ooh, rated R.
9, 10, 10, 11,
Yep.
12.
This is Friday the 13th, part 1.
You may only see it once, but that will
You
be
saw
enough.
Kevin Bacon.
Friday the 13th, rated R.
Pre-Jason. Pre-Jason, for those of you who know, well, not technically not, but killer-wise, pre-Jason. Spoiler alert. P.S. If that's a spoiler, you don't like Halloween.
Starts Friday at Man's Westwood and Man's Hollywood.
There's a cereal in the neighborhood. New slime ghosts, fruit-flavored oats. Ghostbusters with milk and juice and toast. A
I
complete
hate this
breakfast
cereal,
with
but don't remember this commercial being so sucky. Also, did you notice that logo? This was back when Purina was making cereal. Or was it Pedigree? One of the two. I think the checkered one is Purina, but they also were in talks with Pee Wee Herman to do his cereal, but it never happened.
Cheers love them.
It's your real Ghostbusters cereal.
Ghostbusters
First
cereal.
box that glows in the dark.
It'll glow your ass off.
Ghostbuster trading cards. You gotta
It'll
have
glow you away. Yeah, you would have cut up a cereal box to save those precious cards. Plus, there will only be 4 of them, so what are you trading? Dick. Is that Joe Piscopo? Yeah, it is. This is as good as the Dawn of the Dead 30th anniversary edition. Maybe better. Actually, probably better. Oh, they're beer zombies, guys.
On Halloween,
And good news.
reach for the less filling beer that tastes great.
It's now
Light.
forward enough in history that they can hold, or it's either, yeah, it must have been before they took that ability away from them, so they can hold the beer. Do I remember? Oh, ugh.
I hate this part.
What the? I remember this, but why can't I pull it? What this is?
Monsterizer back at Taco
That's
Bell.
it. The
Get 'em while
Taco
they're
Bell.
fresh.
Okay.
Just 99 cents with the
Look at those stupid ass things. You guys remember this? We, as you know, a family had a ton of these things. You get the straw, has the eyeball in it, and they were so cheaply made that within the first day of getting each one of them, the seams of the 2 pieces that kept the eyeball and the liquid in would leak, and there would be bubbles and gooey liquid everywhere in no time. So even back then, Taco Bell had very low quality standards.
Just have a combo.
Kayla, Cherish
Taco
says she
Bell.
had the eyeball
Want some?
straw.
Mm-hmm.
Kayla said those things look like Mac and me.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Uh-huh. Mackinac was fucked. What does Dracula want with a robotic rabbit?
Cherish said they traumatized her sister.
Still going. Nothing outlasts the
Just
Energizer
goes to show you.
battery. It keeps going.
The Energizer Bunny is like the Van Helsing of mascots.
But it was scary.
Here. Oh.
I've never screamed
Can anybody
so loud in
guess
my
what this
entire
is?
life.
Tell me better.
Ay, ay, ay. Yep, there we go. Obviously. Child's Play. With the mom from Seventh Heaven.
Child's Play.
Just when you thought you were safe, boom.
Rated R. Starts Wednesday,
So
November
funny.
9th.
Because like every time they interview someone after a scary movie in the day, it's like, ah! But then, flash forward 10, 20 years, you're like, what a weak ass. All these teenagers are scared. What is happening here? Oh, Frankenstein. Is this a pen commercial?
It's like Bic.
Dear Bic, you're probably not going to believe this.
Only 19 cents, number 1. But number 2, why was Frankenstein frozen? Why was one hand free, and where did he get the pen?
It always knows.
Oof, this is a
Whenever
old one.
Whenever it grows.
Uh-oh. Ah, Kellogg's Fruit Loop cereal. Real fruit flavors. Orange.
I love old cartoon mascots because all the old-timey dudes put like no effort into making him a cartoon voice. It was always just slightly more bombastic. Like, because I guarantee that guy sounds exactly like that in real life, but maybe turned down one notch.
lemon and cherry. Make
Vitamins
Kellogg's
and
Fruit Loops
minerals.
part of your complete breakfast.
Look at the font.
with
It's
milk,
so
juice, and
bland.
toast. So look for Kellogg's Fruit Loops. Follow your nose.
I was playing hide and seek in my lab one night.
What is up with
27 monsters that looked alike. I thought I found Ralphie, but to my surprise, someone yelled,
Hey, I'm Bert. Ralphie's got googly eyes.
Oh.
"Find a monster to match. Use your clacker to smash."
Oh, this is dubious as a Halloween commercial, but I'll allow it.
I mean,
This was kind of like Guess Who, but like taken up a notch. I can't believe how poor the audio quality is of all these. I'm kind of bummed. We might have to find something else, because I will not accept. I mean, are you hearing this? This is awful.
I'm hearing it only in my right head.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's... Alright, let's do this. Pew, we're gonna find something hopefully better, so maybe I'm taking back my recommendation for this channel.
They probably just spliced all these commercials from different...
Well, and it said it was like re-edited and uploaded. I was like, okay, great. So that means editing took place? Apparently not. Okay, so mega brick of 90s Halloween commercials. I hope these aren't all just kitty commercials. Let's see. I like how there's a nice long silent lead in.
Overwhelming terror.
All right, this looks plausible, so let's go ahead and... Or at least it sounds better, so... Yeah.
Kayla says the commercials are so old, though, like a copy of a VHS recording.
Right, but I mean, there are places out there that have both, you know, right and left speaker intact.
I warned them,
Not this one, apparently.
Tales of diabolical fate.
You promised you'd never tell!
Oh, so the narrator's in the left here. Everybody else is in the right.
Grow, O light.
Is that coming across the
Rise, O
feed
light.
too, isn't it?
Come forth, O light. Open his eyes.
Is this Tales from the Crypt?
Tales of ruthless evil.
Yeah, totally.
That cat has killed 3 people.
That's one of my favorite Tales from the Crypt episodes. The old guy and Buster What's-His-Nuts here from the New York Dolls. I think
Tales from the dark
I
side.
want to say Buster Douglas, but no, it's not.
That just about takes care of that, doesn't it?
Tales from the dark
Yes,
side.
it is. I have stereo sound.
That's so weird. So maybe, okay, so whatever.
Tales from the dark side.
I thought that was, oh yeah, because that was... Okay, has anyone seen Tales from the Dark Side, the movie? Because I've got some questions, mostly revolving around the artist and that twist toward the end. So let me know. Now we have no sound. What is happening?
I don't know.
What?
Is there no quality control for Halloween commercials these days?
I want something.
Oh, it's a Polaroid commercial. There's gonna be a monster. It's Halloween.
You got scared by a dumb cat. I wasn't scared.
I told you there was nothing under the bed.
Why would you leave the camera down there?
It's been 9 years.
I be Orangebeard the pirate.
Now Garfield makes his triumphant return.
Halloween's my kind of a holiday.
They went 9
Garfield's
years?
Halloween adventure next.
9 years it was off the air?
Wow.
That's crazy. Oh, this from San Diego. This is not Halloween. Oh, here we go. Ooh. Has anybody gone to an amusement park during Halloween?
I have not.
We went like the tail end of Halloween, I think, to Universal Studios when like pretty much everybody's costumes were put away and everything. It's kind of a bummer. I would love to go to like a Six Flags or Universal Studios, maybe not a Disney.
Everybody goes to Disney, I feel.
Well, it's a tamer Halloween experience.
Cheerio.
Dr. Dreadful's monster skin. Care for a tasty tarantula? Fly? Cockroach? You can make
Chair said they usually go to Not Scary Farm.
Ooh, yeah. I would love to do that. P.S. This Dr. Dreadful candy, disgusting. Ugh. Yeah. Still, I have
I
memories of
remember that little scientist lab, though.
disgusting.
He becomes America's greatest superhero.
America's greatest? Is this
The Mantis.
In the never-ending battle against
the greatest
evil,
American super? I never heard of him. The Mantis.
the ultimate weapon has
What are you with
arrived.
the Mantis?
Prepare yourself.
I'm understanding it's on Fox, or was.
It's still on Fox.
Mantis, Friday at 8 on Fox 5.
Nope, never heard of it. Here we go.
Breakfast is served.
Honey Nut Cheerios.
The Addams Family is going to be something that is rebooted literally every 10 years.
Oh, I
Yeah.
bet I can.
It's so sad.
Sounds like Kayla knows Mantis.
I win.
Okay.
Yeah, but losing.
There's a lot of like superheroes that came and went.
You can look real hard and he'll magically appear in these 3D pictures on the back of
Oh
marked
man,
boxes
3D
of Honey Nut
pictures. What
Cheerios.
happened to 3D pictures? Did everybody just finally get sick of them? I was sick of them immediately. But everybody was like, I love them. Oh snap, here we go.
Master of ceremonies at Universal Studios, all new Halloween Horror Nights. With new haunted houses to die for, you'll make some new fiends.
Look at all these people. They can interact with one another, knowing full well they're not infecting each other.
Play
Remember
a
that?
starring role in a killer show
Fun times.
and lots more.
Don't miss the last 2
Lots
weekends of
more.
terror.
I
Florida residents save. Advance tickets just $22 at Ticketmaster with a 2-liter Pepsi label.
Party
22
with me at Universal's Halloween Horror Nights.
seems like a
You'll dig
lot
it.
for a vintage. Like,
And you have to buy a Pepsi.
yeah, with the this looks like the Mouse Hunt. Was it Mouse Hunt? What's that Disney movie with Nathan Lane? I feel like Mouse something. Maybe it was Mouse Hunt. I don't know. This looks like that very set. Oh, I remember this commercial.
I do not.
Man.
Okay, here are the things that I have a problem with in this commercial. Number one, he's repeatedly trying to get this Pepsi through the wall of the refrigerator. After the first time, what is going on? Number two, he is obviously trying to drink the Pepsi, but he's incorporeal, so it'll just end up on the floor. And number three, he goes, oh man, like he doesn't realize there's a door on this refrigerator so he can play out this charade and pour Pepsi all over the floor via his body. Ghost body.
Ghost body.
Casper's a fucking idiot.
Mouse Hunt.
Mouse Hunt. Yeah.
Now it's time for the Pizza Head show.
The Pizza
Hey
Head!
everybody, I'm done trick-or-treating and now I'm gonna go for a stuffed crust pizza.
Mr. Bill
Pizza
for
Hut.
kids.
Yay!
Not yet, Pizza Head. There's one more place to go.
I don't think anyone's home.
Sure there is.
Whoa, trick-or-treat. Interesting.
If the person who invented Mr. Bill also did not invent Mr. Pizza Head, this is highway robbery at its finest.
Look, it's on this pizza.
Kayla says, if he's incorporeal, then how can he hold the Pepsi in the first place?
So listen, layer after layer of inconsistencies here, Kayla. I just wanted to list off my three biggest. If you wanted to go into it, we could go into it. Because let's be real. What is special about the palms of his hands that he can hold on to the Pepsi, but it still can pass through the fridge? Can you just will like the part of your body that you're using to do the thing that you need it to do whenever you want, despite the laws of physics? I don't know. But whatever, we got Pizza the Head here.
Pizza Head, let's go upstairs.
Hey, who is here anyway?
It's your
Everybody
host,
was
Count
always a
Steve.
pizza
Oh, nice place.
cutter.
You gotta go.
There he
I
is.
want to go to Pizza Hut now.
The Count will be happy to give you a lift.
Hey, put it down. Put it down.
See you next time.
I remember that.
Ever have the feeling you was being watched.
This Halloween, all eyes are on the Cartoon Network for a full day and night of spooky tunes.
No.
Yes.
It's now,
All ghosts,
like,
ghouls,
this is
witches,
all
and
stuff
goblins
that's
are
so
ditching
old
the
now
dirt nap
they
to keep
cannot
you
play it,
company
probably
on the
because of
spookiest night
racism
the
and or
year.
sexism in them.
Here, are you?
This Halloween, every time you turn around.
I think, you know, that the Hair Monster had a couple of good episodes.
Just when you thought it was safe, Spooky Tunes continues on the Cartoon Network.
Yeah, I thought I was safe.
Today on the Cartoon
Did we have to see this logo 9 times in a goddamn row? Yeah, I get it. Spooky Tunes. Was there no commercials in between these 3?
So watch out. They're on the prowl and they can smell fear on the Cartoon
That's.
Network.
Let's talk about cable for a minute. There's a fucking 4th one. We're about to watch the same logo for a 4th time. Here's the thing about cable. Since everybody got splintered off into a million different channels that all feature a million different things and specialize in a million different things, all of them have to pump their own shit. And it's like a single, it's like a one-man human centipede. It's like TBS constantly pushes TBS's stuff so they can push more TBS commercials on you. So let's watch this logo for a 4th fucking time.
Just when you thought it was safe, Spooky Tunes continues on the Cartoon Network.
Oh, what? Oh, here, 5!
Cartoon Network. A spooky tune evening like nothing you've seen.
Please tell me we can do an even 6.
Frankenstone.
You have to.
Then at 11, the banana splits and Hocus Pocus Pop.
The banana
Like it's
splits.
Just right on the Cartoon Network.
Finally. I don't like this tape line. But, So, wait, what?
Cartoon Network is going to show every episode of the original Scooby-Doo Where Are You? That's 25 hours of Scooby in one day, and we want you to tell us how. Send us a postcard with your name, address,
Wait.
age, and how we're going to
You
squeeze
can't.
25 hours of Scooby into one day to Cartoon Network,
Look, we're gonna
box
do-
7555,
Maybe it was daylight
Atlanta,
savings,
Georgia
so you had to push your-
30357. If you solve the mystery, you'll have a chance to win one of 50
Fucking
Sega
hell.
Genesis or
Hold
Super Nintendo Scooby-Doo mystery games from Acclaim. Let us know which one you want. Tune in for clues during the mysterious 25 Hours of Doo, Saturday at 6 a.m. on the best place for Toon Mysteries, Cartoon Network.
We don't have a date, so I can't
Was
say
the
if
night
it's
before Halloween when all through the
daylight
house,
savings
not a
loophole or
creature
not.
was stirring except for Fred's spouse. Cartoon Network was hosting a Halloween Eve with incredible tunes you wouldn't believe. The Halloween is Grinch night starting at 8. Jetsons Haunted Halloween on that
full
very same
disclosure,
day. Spooky.
a lot of these old tunes did not appeal to this 90s kid. Like the Jetsons, I always found incredibly boring. The Flintstones, I always found incredibly
I
boring.
used to watch both of those.
Oh my God. I was just like, who cares? Like maybe back in the day, but like they're just sort of like domestic comedies of like the whatever. I was just like, what? Ren and Stimpy, Rugrats, like that's my jam. But all those old ones, like all like the Snagglepuss and all the classic Warner Brothers cartoons, there's very few of them that mean anything to me.
Yeah. Kayla says daylight savings is going to make me start being late
It's
for the
Halloween
live
Eve,
streams.
the night before Halloween. Monday on Cartoon Network.
Hopefully just once.
I love jelly beans.
Dirt on Cartoon Network.
No, I'm
Tune in
guessing
to
because
Wednesday.
she does
Hang out
stuff
with 3
before
hot
the
shows.
Oh,
World
maybe,
Premiere
yeah,
Tunes,
okay.
The Show.
Maybe
Space
there's like, we're
Ghost,
talking about you
Coast
just
to Coast,
forget.
and Super 70s Explosion. Wednesday night on
I
Cartoon
don't just
Network.
want
Turn on,
cartoon
tune in,
commercials, so-
hang out.
It's Harry. It's scary. It's the bump.
Let's find something that isn't just cartoons. People. Man, I was so, like, their whole fucking channel was called Retro Halloween and More. What they should have said and less, because it was fucking bad quality. Ugh, God, I don't know. I trust this channel because I've used them before, but here we go.
The best RPG on PC is seconds away.
Shut up. I hate this. Ugh. Piece of yes. Shadow Raid Legends. It's like Warhammer or fucking whatever. I hate them. I hate them. And they're trying to be like Geico. That's what I hate the most. They're trying to be like Geico. Your commercials aren't funny.
Oh.
No, we got silence here too. Oh, no, wait.
I have never screamed so loud in my entire life.
This is the one we saw earlier. It's just an upload from a different channel.
Saying it was only a movie.
Are you kidding me? We
Great
might.
Halloween parties begin at Walgreens. Candy, party
This is
decorations,
the last chance,
masks,
and then I'm pulling out my
costumes,
trump
makeup.
card.
Everything you need for Halloween fun now at Walgreens.
Look at this.
Ever hear of a gift certificate that turns into a soft drink? Oh, it can happen this Halloween. When you give out McDonald's Halloween gift certificates, kids come to McDonald's and they get a McDonald's soft drink. Oh, what is that? A book of 20 Halloween gift certificates costs only $1. And can turn into 20 regular soft drinks. It must be the magic of Halloween.
20 drinks for $1?
I'm Freddy Krueger, and you're invited to my special
Whoa, he's
get
got his
together.
100 number.
You may never leave. Dial this number now. I've got some grisly details.
What could you
Write it down.
possibly-
My callers selected at random. You'll talk to me live while you're awake and safe. So dial this number now if you dare. Talk to me live. Freddy Krueger is waiting.
But they also said that you will talk to him live if a computer selects you. So what happens if you don't get selected by the computer, which I imagine most will, because there's only one Freddy. That's bullshit. Just have a bunch of people who are like, I'm Freddy.
35 cents each additional minute.
To talk to Freddy, 35 cents a minute. Oh, remember Toys R Us before? What's his nuts ruined it for us all?
And the prices are a treat. We've got costumes for all Toys R Us kids. Even
There are old costumes when it was essentially just a painter's smock with a picture of the character that you were supposed to be on the front. How fucking lazy. Toys R Us.
This morning, Billy looked like any other boy.
Now
But
he's
as
dead.
The moon rose, he turned into a werewolf. He used new Pa's Halloween makeup kits. His friends
no.
did too. Look, Mike's a vampire. Amy's a ghost. Pa's
awful.
makeup is safer than masks. It never blocks vision, and it's hypoallergenic too. So watch your
Pause.
kids turn
We're not
into
just
the
eggs
creatures
anymore,
they really
motherfucker.
are with new Pa's Halloween makeup kits.
Tales of horror that will give you the creeps. This is going to be extremely painful.
That's Stephen King. This must be Creep Show.
The most fun you'll ever have being scared. Creep Show.
I wouldn't say that. It's fun, but I wouldn't say the
Playing at a theater
most.
near you.
Ugh. George Romero, man. What? So the Halloween aspect of this commercial is that the kids are wearing costumes and there's a jack-o'-lantern every once in a while. He didn't make it a Halloween theme song.
Real milk chocolate.
They're like, we already licensed Bob Moran. You are not using literally anything else when you make this commercial. Just put a fucking pumpkin in it.
Gosh, Burger Chef, it's Wolfburger the werewolf.
Where can I get delicious burgers? Where can I get fun food? Where, oh where?
At Burger Chef.
You're literally
now
in...
at participating burger chefs, you can buy fun meals that now come on Halloween magic meal trays.
What the hell? Look at
There's
these...
a magic trick in each fun meal. There are 10 different magic meal tricks you can collect.
Burger Chef, you're incredible.
Incrediburgable? Were there no standards in the 70s? Your burger tasta burgable burger.
Dear Great Pumpkin, I'm looking forward to your arrival on Halloween night.
They're back.
Don't
All
fuck
the
with
little
me,
Peanuts
though.
characters
I'm
in
very
a happy
scared
Halloween
of
special filled with ghosties and ghoulies and things that go bump in the night. It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Monday at 8.
Refresh my
7
memory.
Central and
Literally, nothing supernatural happens in that, right?
I don't know.
There is no Great Pumpkin. It's just Linus being a pussy the whole time, and I think Snoopy shows up in a sheet at one point to scare them all away.
It sounds about right.
Nothing supernatural happens. So don't say ghosties and ghoulies. You want to say that for the Garfield Halloween special, knock yourself out, because there are ghosts, and that old dude is a creep. Singers.
Everyone wants to zap gold cake with vanilla frosting, devil's food with chocolate, raspberry with coconut, all with cream centers.
These ones sing your two-step.
Right now, in specially marked bonus packs, you'll find a pumpkin decorating kit and 2 extra zingers.
Trick or treat.
2 extra
One
ones.
trick and 2 treats from Dolly Madison.
My big friend, I love the big taste of chocolate in this little Hershey's kiss.
Hershey's Kisses, the little kiss with the big taste.
Hallmark's ready for Halloween, and you know,
Way too
it's the
comfortable around each other
strangest
in the
thing.
70s.
Everybody's
I guess you have
wild
to
about
pay
new...
to see them.
To who?
Whatever we were talking about earlier, and Kayla says I think it's on something streaming like Apple TV. It's no longer on network TV. Such a shame. I don't remember what we were talking about.
The Garfield or the Peanuts special?
Maybe.
Well, good news. They both exist on YouTube.
Right.
For free. And pretty much since everybody's got a copy, you can find a pretty good one out there.
Scratch and sniff stickers in special trick-or-treat packages. And they're
Stickers
dying
for
to
Halloween.
take home these cuddly pumpkin bean bags. And these party decorations are so popular, they seem to just disappear. So come to Hallmark, the Halloween
You wouldn't want them to disappear because you're having a
We're
party.
waiting for you.
Goblins, werewolves,
What?
vampires. They're not real, but he is a real nightmare.
Okay.
That's it.
Parental discretion.
Jamie
Halloween
Lee
2.
Curtis,
Here we go.
Donald Pleasance. It's the night
A
he
dude
came
in a
home.
mask.
Halloween 2, Thursday at 8 on Channel 17.
Before they had a
Parental
chance to
discretion
completely fuck up the camera.
Trick or treat!
This is the craziest sex party I've ever been to.
Darn, I knew I should have worn a costume. Yo, Bo Peep, what you got in your bag?
Introducing Roy Rogers' Big Chicken Deal. 2 plump and juicy pieces of fried chicken, hot,
What?
crisp
I
fries,
don't like
and a fresh
the-
baked biscuit. Roy Rogers' Big Chicken Deal, just $1.
Listen, people of the 70s, if I showed up to a party there and you handed me, like, everybody ordered out for a $1.99 chicken basket and you handed me something with a biscuit, chicken, and fries and like a little thing, I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you fucking, like, are there, whatever, like, at a party? No one was like, would people necessarily eat these at a party, sir? And nobody? Not a single person.
99.
Don't you even think about it.
Okay. Frankenstein, you're not a real mom.
They are the children of the corn.
Ooh.
They must obey he who walks among the rows. The
That's
living
another
world
franchise.
where
After the
adults
first
are
one,
not
just fucking
allowed
shit.
to live. Children of the corn. A new kind of nightmare. An adult nightmare. Stephen King's Children of the Corn.
How often have you had an adult
Coming
nightmare?
Friday. Check local
What?
newspapers for theaters and showtimes.
Most bad
Halloween's
things that
coming.
happen
What are
to
you
the
gonna do
adults
about
of these movies. I love commercials where uptight people finally get to be a little zany. You know, like, sure, we've been keeping it together all year, but now's the time to stretch our creative muscle a little.
Whether you do a little or a lot, be an original this Halloween and find yourself at Hallmark.
I love the people who always, like, give a look over their shoulder, like, oh, is it safe to do this? And then they act like a total asshole in public, like,
Get your hands on the spooky sounds tape, full of creepy sounds and Halloween theme songs. $1.95 with any $5 Hallmark purchase, only at participating Hallmark stores. It's a scream.
The Halloween Hall of Fame will continue after these messages.
Whoa!
The Halloween experts at Magic Manor have everything you'll need this year,
Look at
including
this
actual
awful
character
commercial!
masks from famous motion pictures.
Oh my
and
God!
The proper application of makeup to impress that special someone. Magic Manor's professional hand-painted custom masks start as low as $250. This
Aren't local business commercials enchanting? Like, this was obviously done by a dude who bought a Super 8, and he's like, I don't need to fucking pay someone to make a commercial. I bought a camera. and I'll probably find someone who can make a flashing 3-word sentence here.
It's Halloween, remember
Look at-
Magic Manor.
who-
Wigs,
the
masks,
lighting-
makeup, costumes, shockingly
What is
authentic.
going on
Magic
here?
Manor, East Wind Mall.
This is back before they invented photography, apparently.
My trick-or-treat safety cups. They're shiny aluminum foil with bright orange stripes, so...
To ruin
they
your
reflect light.
costume.
Where'd you get them?
He's a hobo.
McDonald's. This Halloween, be sure you're all wearing McDonald's trick-or-treat safety.
Notice how he's not affecting a fun or funny voice? Hey, kids. It's me, Ron. Remember, when you go to McDonald's, make sure you take that cheap shit that we're giving you off of the cup and put it on your arm, ruining your entire costume. Fuck you, Ronald.
Cups. Children should be seen and not heard.
Not heard.
Shut up.
Yeah, really zoom in on those.
Make Halloween fun.
Hey,
with
and plus we put the
one-stop
McDonald's
shopping at
logo on
Woolworth
there
or
so you
Wilco
can
for your
advertise
Halloween
for
needs.
us.
Costumes from $1.83 to $3.99,
Yay.
like $6 Million Man, Bionic
What
Woman,
the-
superheroes, Batman, Superman,
Look at how
Spider-Man,
stupid
and a new
this-
favorite for girls, Holly Hobby. You can
What?
get wrapped candies of every kind, bubblegum, lollipops, fun-sized candy bars. Get this Halloween record, sounds to make you shiver, just $1.89. Make Halloween fun and easy. Make just one stop at Woolworth or Woolco.
Isn't this quaint as shit? Like, that's how I would describe this. It's a house mom pointing out the pleasant things under even lighting. Woolworths was a national company. I miss Woolworths. The last one to die was actually here in Arizona in Globe. So sad. But it's just like, instead of like, buy our shit, it's just a nice lady being like, oh, did you know a record is $1.89? It's 1976.
Oh.
Exotic Butters says hi.
Exotic
This Halloween, give the safe treat
Says hi.
that helps
Oh,
treat
hey.
the disabled.
Hello, Exotic
Give
Butters. I
Easter
thought you were
Seal
saying
safe
that you saw
Halloween
Exotic
coupons.
Butters in a video.
Good for special treats at local stores and restaurants.
Okay, quick poll typing square. No one said thank you when you received a gift certificate, right? You wanted to feel the weighty thump of a candy bar. When they were like, here you go, and you felt nothing hit the bottom of the sack, these assholes got you something they crocheted. They got you a fucking like, oh, this is like a good for one Big Mac at
Those
the fucking
25-cent plastic toys are.
Oh, yeah.
There was a house on the
the
corner.
jumping frogs.
Yeah, all the stupid.
Fuck you,
things.
like it's don't here.
Wax lips. Why? Why are those even a thing?
I don't know. Like, there are some things that like have stood the test of time despite all adversity.
They're not candy, right?
No. Like, here are the things that you'll never be able to kill. Cockroaches, the mullet, gift certificates in your Halloween bag, and or booklets about Jesus.
Mom
we got
said
a fair amount of those.
We had to say thank you for everything, and so did Kayla.
Yeah, I mean, we always said thank you, but you didn't mean it when they fucking dropped a slip of paper that as you were walking away was like, hey, get 50 cents off a Big Mac. Fuck you. Happy Halloween, my ass.
Give Easter Seal safe
Oh,
Halloween
I hated
coupons.
Thank you.
And give the treat that gives treatment.
Thank
The
you.
treat that keeps on treating.
Safe Halloween booklets are now available at these fine stores. Support a safe Halloween for children everywhere.
So, but then you just giving kids
Halloween's
what?
a perfect time for
Coupons?
baking spooky cookies. Just roll out Pillsbury sugar cookies, cut, bake,
Does anybody remember, like,
and feed them to your
I
goblin.
can almost remember the day it happened when Pillsbury brought out their cookies that had shit in them. Like, there would be like when you would cut it, all of them would have a pumpkin, or all of them would have a bat, or all of them have a Christmas tree, and everybody lost their shit. Like, it was like, oh my god! First of all, cookie dough showed no human hands touch it. We put whatever the fuck we want in it. So they put bats and cats and pumpkins and shit. Terrible cookies. Fun times though, having a pumpkin.
Kayla says, what about people who gave out like 6 pennies? Toothbrushes, my mom says.
I can't. The penny people astound me. Like, if you're so cheap and you're so like, you're asking for someone to egg your house. So is it worth more to you to hand out 6 pennies to every poor dumb little asshole who walks up to your porch, or just turn the light off, shut the door, go to bed, and not anger people with your shitty offering. Fucking pennies.
Chair said I gave my students gift certificates for 5 free Junior Frosties, and they were $1 each.
Right, but this isn't trick-or-treating. That's a nice Halloween gift. Totally acceptable. As a child, you're living in the moment. You want the endorphin rush, and when you feel like the amount of chemicals your brain releases to you is directly proportional to the weight of the thunk you feel when it hits the bottom of your pail, when it hits the bottom of your pillowcase. So imagine the child boner I would get because there was one house at the end of the block and we'd always look forward to it because not only would they give out like the best candy, they wouldn't give out the normal size. They would give out king size of literally every candy bar.
Mm-hmm. We had my old 5th grade teacher, Mrs. Ekstrom, lived up the road from us, and she gave out full size, like the big bars.
Yeah, we lived right next to this rich subdivision, and we would go there and like feeling a nice like a fun size Snickers or a like peanut butter cup, all those nice heavy sort of small like Baby Ruth, those are nice clunk clunk clunk, and you're like yeah, like that's the rat getting the electrode fired into the pleasure center of its brain.
Yeah, you could tell when it was a lollipop versus
like a charmed blow pop. You'd be like, oh, that's nice. Just, like imagine like the scene because it was like 9 out of 10 kids, once they'd feel like the chunk, like you were getting a car engine dropped into your fucking bag, 9 out of 10 of them would be overcome by pleasure and collapse into the grass for like a fainting goat for 30 seconds. It was just this revolving door of children feeling the weight of 3 pounds of chocolate hit their bag. And then just like, just like faint, one after another, fainting goats of children.
This Halloween, capture your ghosts and goblins on genuine Kodak
Thrifty
film.
made some good ice cream. I don't know if they still
Whether it's print,
exist.
slide, or movie film, Kodak is the choice of professionals.
Oh, Kodak,
Thrifty carries
poor
a full
Kodak.
line of Kodak film, including C12624
Invented the digital camera,
C110
and then we're like, that's all we're gonna do.
Regular and high-speed.
We'll go out of
print
business
film.
now.
KR135 36 exposure slide film and Super 8 movie
24
film.
if you can
Remember,
afford.
the sharper
if
you
couldn't
want your
afford
memories,
36.
the more you
36
need
is for
Kodak film and Thrifty.
high dollar, vacation style.
Oh boy. Chair said the worst treat I got from trick-or-treating was a small card with a prayer on it and no candy.
We would get those little tiny like comic books about Jesus, and like
my mom said there was a neighbor when they were growing up that did the large bars, but they would just hand it out to the people in the streets, and then they would turn their lights off and go into the basement.
yeah, that's the thing. We only got that by virtue of living next to the rich assholes. But everybody should have one.
I just had the greatest idea. Let's spend the night.
I'm gonna murder someone tonight. Movie of the week. I murdered someone.
Something is alive in the funhouse. Something deadly. Something
This
evil.
is Kiss meets the Phantom of the Park.
Something that tonight will turn the funhouse into a carnival of terror.
One of the scary things they showed was a guy getting hit in the face with a rubber snake.
It's terrifying.
And it's an actual movie? What?
Last year, one of everyone's
What is this
favorite
kid
films
dressed
appeared in a
as?
Halloween-sized pack. And word spread quickly.
What the fuck kind of bag is that?
See, I told ya.
Were Skittles rare in the 70s? Because that commercial would lead me to believe that Skittles were a hot commodity.
I, Speedy McGreedy, have created Frankenstein Mouth. I want juicy burgers. We'll go to Hardee's.
The burgers are juicy and hearty.
Right, Ivan. Hardee's job.
Listen to the lack of production value in all of these 70s era commercials. There's like no music.
It's Halloween time.
The audio was like dead.
At Hardee's, you get a coin to put in the fun machine, which gives you a Halloween prize.
It'll give you a Halloween prize.
I got a Halloween ring.
The fun
I got diarrhea. Only a participating
Wednesday,
artist.
it's a
Here we
hair-raising
go.
Halloween happening.
This is the night.
First, that Emmy-winning Fat Cat. It's the Trick or Treat Train.
Favorite Halloween special.
It's all new Garfield's Halloween Adventure.
All
Then,
new.
I hear the great pumpkins
The Halloween classic, it's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown, right after Garfield Wednesday.
Over 20 years apart, probably. Like, let's be real here. The animation and everything for these Toys R Us commercials is actually like not bad, a little trippy.
Halloween costume for trick-or-treating.
Look at Yoda. Oh
Kayla
my.
says, I think the Funhouse needs to get the Reuniverse treatment. And then she said, she goes, Krista, I said, I got a rock at the same time.
Where am I gonna find a copy of Funhouse? I don't even like. I mean, you saw the.
What a frightful sight. Yes, Mom, this Halloween your kids can have fun creating their own scary disguise with Kooky Spooks makeup. They just smear it on. When the makeup dries, it cracks to make them look really old and ghoulish. Add in the sheet and the costume's complete. Kooky Spooks makeup kits, 6 frightening disguises.
Isn't this like the lamest ass commercial ever?
Stephen King, author of Carrie, said,
Carrie.
Evil Dead is the most ferociously original horror film of the year.
Every time anyone puts out anything scary, they go shove it in front of Stephen King's coked up nose and they say, allegedly coked up nose. And they say, hey, Stephen, what do you think about this? And he goes, oh boy, I love the fuck out of it. Everything. If you read a Neil Gaiman book, if you read any Lovecraft book, if any scary movie comes out, they'll be like, hey, Stephen, what do you think about this shit? And he'll be like, oh man, that was scary.
You think he's kidding? See for yourself.
It scratches him.
Evil Dead. They got up on the wrong side of the grave. Evil Dead from New
Did
Line
they slow
Cinema.
down that footage? I feel like that was
tomorrow at
faster.
these
in-
theaters. Check newspapers for
Oh,
times.
good news, it's in Kalamazoo.
Like this house? Isn't this supposed to be haunted? Haunted? What an absurd idea.
It only has 1 calorie, sir.
David.
No other diet soft drink delivers the real cold taste of 1-calorie Diet Coke. The real one. It's
So we've got a couple of problems, again, with this ghost commercial and a soda pop, ironically enough. So now we've got conclusive proof that they can not only control the soda, but apparently drink it. We got that. But the more important issue here is that real estate agent went like this when he saw the ghost, meaning he knew she was there. But mere seconds ago, he's like, no, not haunted. This guy is an asshole. Like, that's full disclosure, dude. You can't not disclose the fucking house is haunted, especially if you're going to act like, not this again, when the bitch shows up literally 3 seconds later to eat this. And number 2, forget about the ghost. When have you gone into an open house and been like, whoa, all right, I'm going to leave this Coke here at the front door, so I'll grab it on the way out. What the fuck are you doing, dude?
lifting more and more spirits every day.
Oh.
The move is on to Diet Coke.
Hey, look, she was not so stupid to forget how doors work.
It started to happen again. Dad! I'm in trouble.
Number
You've had
2,
some scary dreams, okay?
not as good.
Help!
It went a little nutty.
Freddy is back on Elm Street, and he's not a welcome visitor.
Obviously.
A Nightmare on Elm Street, Part 2. Freddy's Revenge. Rated R from New Line Cinema.
Now showing at a theater near you.
Not one of my personal favorites because it went so like.
You have to prepare.
There are too many fake outs, is what I'm getting at.
More orange sprinkles.
There's the donuts guy from Dunkin' Donuts. He always reminded me of one of the Cinnamon Toast Crunch chefs. Everybody back in the old days was like an old dude with a mustache or whatever, and you were baking things.
And get into the spirit of Halloween.
We'd like some Halloween donuts, please.
Oh.
Anything could happen tonight.
So what do you think those kids were doing before the camera reversed and we saw they were doing nothing that made those 4 adults go, ah! Because when we turn around, they're not tall. You're not going to confuse these children for ghosts, ghouls, monsters, or anything like that. But again, it's the 70s, and I feel like everything has been like, if you take a 90s commercial and hit it in the head with a wrench like 3 times it'll be an 80s commercial, 5 times it's a 70s commercial.
Can we get 2 more?
With Mickey Mouse and M&M's
It's not a 2 more.
candies, everything's
Here's your M&M's commercial, but it's like a not Halloween.
for fun and M&M's
Oh,
for Mickey
kind of.
Mouse and friends. The magic never ends.
Oh.
Grab on to that M&M's feed.
You guys see number 1? Like, this is obviously not a front yard, but let's look past that. Number 2, you see that piss poor excuse for a decoration on that front door?
Here's a tiny jack-o'-lantern.
Like construction paper pumpkin, and that's what you call it? Like, done. Decorationing over.
My little goblins will be out long after dark. So I
Well,
depend
I'll
on
be
Duracell
gobbling something
batteries
here at
to light
home.
their way.
Wink.
Because Duracell lasts longer.
Tests prove after just a few hours of continuous use, regular carbon batteries.
Test seems a grandiose term for we put batteries in the flashlights and switch them on.
And
We
it
later
works.
came back and one had died.
Wear out, but you can get up to 5 times more use from Duracell batteries.
That's why I trust my kids' safety.
And this is
at
before
night with
lithium ion.
Duracell.
These guys are like, hey, new nickel metal hydride, which is old technology to us. They're like, we're using carbon and potatoes in our old batteries.
Or lasts like it.
Look at how many feathers the peacock has for NBC. It really got streamlined over the years.
It's Halloween.
Movie of the
night
oh,
he
man.
came home.
TV
When the
movies.
deepest fears are made real. When the darkest nightmares come true.
Your wildest
When the most
fantasies
courageous soul
are but
cowers in
a
the
check
face of
away.
evil. First time on TV, the modern horror classic from John Carpenter. Parental discretion advised. This film contains elements of shock and suspense.
Shock
Now,
and
Halloween,
suspense.
You won't be watching it alone.
But I guarantee they took all the actual horror out. Karloff. What? Is this another Universal Studios commercial?
Perhaps we're both bad.
Oh. Whoa! A Halloween special? Cool.
Stephen King, creator of Carrie and The Shining, comes
Did
a
he not write
chilling
it yet?
tale.
Is this Salem's Lot? I'm taking guesses at Salem's Lot.
There's a
Vampires.
new name for terror.
Probably not, though. Come on.
Cujo, directed
Oh,
by Louis
Yeah, 'cause
Cujo.
he said it at the beginning.
Now
Oh, I
play.
wasn't listening.
Check newspapers for
I
a
assumed
theater
he's
near
thinking
you.
about other things and why ghosts shouldn't be drinking soda.
Oh, I do enjoy
Look, it's
an
Vincent
evening
Price,
with a
he's
little light
alive!
entertainment. But when your video heads get dirty, you lose your picture. Not a pretty sight.
This man talking about cleaning video heads was like the #1 name in horror at one point.
Happily, this new Polaroid video cassette will help you. It actually cleans your heads as it plays, so dirty heads needn't haunt you. New Polaroid video cassettes. Get the picture?
You know, I love Polaroid, so this commercial I love.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
See, that kid who just got sucked under the water, that was Jason's first appearance.
10, 11, 12. Friday the 13th. You may only see it once.
You know, it feels like this ad perfectly mirrors the actual movie because it feels like the first 12 seconds of his count is a huge ass waste of time. And if you watch that first movie, it like the credits go on for like 14 minutes. There's a lot of driving scenes. There's a lot of walking scenes. Like the first Friday the 13th, to see the first one and be like, guess where it'll end up? You would never in a million years be like Jason X.
There's a vacancy at the Bates Motel.
Norman, is that you?
No, it's Buzz McKenzie, and it could be you. Look for this display and enter Bud Light Psycho Sweepstakes to win a Bud Light party with Buzz McKenzie at the Psycho Mansion.
Like,
you can
I-
either
you
get a
know,
mug like Spud's and
They
participate
didn't
in
ever
retailers.
take that dog to a drunken, like, party, right? Like, that was just bullshit. I would hate to think that that poor...
And now we
Poor dog.
present Scary Tales.
Ooh, does anybody remember the Halloween tree? That was spooky.
I
I've rolled off the north
Is this Dungeons and Dragons?
My lord, soon the city will be mine. Excellent, my lord. The wench has blocked me. We've lost.
You know, I get that you have to seem cocky in a situation where you're about to have the rug ripped out from underneath you. However, when the turnabout is so easy and so obvious that it takes them less than half a second to do something that fucks up your entire plan and destroys your confidence, and you somehow missed it, what the fuck? Like, who are you trying to sell to? Morons? Come on, 70s.
My lord?
Cathedral, the medieval strategy game. When the city is finished, you could be too.
Kill your friends.
Hi there, guys and ghouls.
Ooh.
It's me, Elvira, the Queen of Halloween, and tonight I'm having my Halloween party right here at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific.
After Elvira shows you the weirdest, scariest videos ever made, the terror continues.
Music
with Alice
videos?
Cooper live in Detroit at midnight Eastern. Elvira at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, 5 Pacific.
Look, this also shows you how, like, today when people, I haven't seen anything on TV recently, but I feel like the last time I was watching TV, it was 2 time zones at most. They would say 6, 7 Central. They'd say blah, 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 blah. Like, 3, what are we doing here? Like, you can't tailor use the same tape, and for every time zone, just make another one.
Right.
That way, like, you don't have to throw 9 time zones at people and be like, show up when you think this
It's right.
Yeah, and hope to God you guys remembered it was daylight savings time, and you know what time zone you're in, and you know what time it is right now. Like, that's a lot to ask of people in the 70s and or 80s.
Even time, followed by Alice Cooper in concert.
But this is probably like
at midnight Eastern, 11 Central, 9 Pacific.
90-ish.
A Halloween you'll remember. A Halloween you won't be
Yeah, this
able
feels
to
very 90s.
forget on MTV.
Last one there's the Halloweeny.
Wink. Spooky Game Boy. Oh, maybe it's Castlevania.
The adventure for Nintendo's Game Boy. With a maze of vampire crypts and unearthly evils. It is
I've tried playing this game. It is sucky when you compare it to literally anything made today.
Genesis brings you the 16-bit arcade challenge with Ghostbusters. 16-bit thrills.
Did anybody realize there were 3 Ghostbusters in that commercial? Like, they were so dedicated to cutting out Winston in literally every piece of material that came out after the movie. If I were Ernie Hudson, I'd probably be really offended.
In Ghouls and Ghosts. And 16-bit arcade action with Forgotten Worlds. Gruesome ghosts, ferocious foes, battles of
Back when they would do
power,
live
magic, and
action
might.
commercials
Ghouls
for
and
video
Ghosts,
games.
Ghostbusters and Forgotten Worlds are for the Genesis system. Sega Genesis brings the arcade experience home. Game sold separate.
So,
Genesis was good.
The story of Splatterhouse, the new horror video
Oh.
game for TurboGrafx 16. They say he stalks the old haunted mansion.
Did anybody play the Splatterhouse games? I did latter
Later
in life.
Against the maggot-eaten ghouls who took her.
Feels
Here's
too
a 2x4.
simple for me. Like, I love beat 'em ups, but this was like a one-button beat 'em up.
Only for the TurboGrafx 16 system from NEC.
Like, why not have
I'm
combos?
Count Scary, and I bought 3D glasses for 39 cents from a participating Wendy's old-fashioned hamburgers restaurant. Hand me my glasses.
What is the deal with this dude's Widow's Peak? Well, I get, everybody wants to copy Bella's classic look, but here's the thing about Bela Lugosi. His hairline didn't start between his fucking eyebrows.
Kayla says, I did play Splatterhouse game on TurboGrafx.
Mhm.
The local video rental place had it.
Once you get over like the gore and like the shock value of it all, it actually plays really shitty.
Not these glasses, Igor. Hand me the scary ones. And oh, they go so good with my tan.
Count Scary's 3D Party, Tuesday, July 6th at 8 p.m. only on Channel 4.
What do you think the budget of that commercial was? $8?
One believed Charlie's neighbor was a vampire.
Or was this oh god, what is it?
Until it was too late.
Fright Night?
Now, Charlie has to find a way to stop him.
Melts your underwear week?
Vincent, ready to do battle with the undead.
Beware of the evil that awaits you on Fright Night.
Ah, told you.
On Q13.
Hi there, I'm Dumpy the Pumpkin.
Why do you have this voice, Dumpy?
I weigh 44 ounces and serve 10 to 12 people.
And your name is Dumpy the Pumpkin. Nice one, Carvel.
Having a Halloween party? I'm Wiki the Witch, and I weigh 45
This
ounces.
seems more appropriate.
Made fresh daily at your participating Carvel ice cream store.
You want to send one to a friend? Please.
Want to know how much they weigh? Write it down. Tell a friend. I'm tired of telling people how much they weigh. Why are we doing that? Why?
Phone 800-327-GIFT and Call a Cake honors most major credit cards. Thank you.
That guy was 100,000 years old.
Carvel was old. Oh, it's the tall man.
When
From
I'm
Phantasm.
not busy embalming bodies, which isn't often, I like to
His name's
relax
Angus
with some
something.
good family reading. Let me introduce you to my personal library of Fangoria, the leader in horror entertainment. What
And
a
you keep them all in the
fascinatingly hideous cover
coffin?
of Freddy Krueger. And devilishly candid reviews of the latest horror videos. And gloriously bloody color photos from the newest Friday the 13th. They're all here in Fangoria.
From the fifth one, obviously, because
Persuade
it's...
you to subscribe.
What?
This is
That was
Senator Tony
awful!
Capone asking you to enter the world of Fangoria. Only $12.49 for a special 6-month video subscription. Send check or money order to Fangoria Magazine.
Whoa. When Angus, the tall man, saw this ad and he was like, "That's how the ball ended up."
75 Park
Like-
Avenue
like
South,
Tony the
New York,
Tiger, it could fit with
10016.
him?
Ah, let the dead bodies wait.
Nobody expected it.
They're also like...
Nobody believed it. And nothing could stop it.
Still have not seen this movie.
The one hope. The only hope.
Scariest movie you'll ever see.
The Exorcist. Rated R. The movie you've been waiting for. Without the wait.
A haunted mansion at Long Branch is a living, breathing nightmare of more than 30 incredible rooms, each with its own very special surprise. Wander through its myriad of secret passageways.
I don't get it. They're dressed up like they work there, but they're acting like they've been given unrestricted access to something forbidden. Except for that bitch.
Field of his spiders, the Prince of Darkness, Count Dracula, and many more. At the haunted mansion at Long Branch, it's waiting for you.
I can't get over how bad and pathetic the technology was in the 70s.
But not with a new Stanley Lightmaker garage door opener.
What?
One button opens your garage, but the other button turns these back into these because it turns on lights from the safety of your car with a Stanley Lightmaker.
It's nice to be home.
Get a transmitter free with...
That's like a straight up Google Home thing. And this was what? Like probably the 80s, I imagine. That looks like an 80s style car.
Yeah.
What? Imagine the technology, the size of the technology, because now, like all the, like you can buy a bulb with a fucking microchip in it. What are they using in the 80s? They're like, hey, you want to turn that light off wirelessly? And then you have this like fucking thing the size of a bread bin that's gas powered. You got to fucking start up with a... What? How are they doing that?
Purchase plus a chance to win an Oldsmobile in
1988. There you go.
The nightmare continues. Halloween 2.
Donald Pleasance, I miss you. Yeah, remember at the end of 2 when he literally burned to death? And they brought him back in 4.
Halloween 2, starring Jamie Lee Curtis. Part of The Last Screams of Shocktober will begin in just a moment.
Look
love
what's
how they put the
rising out of
quotes
the
around
pumpkin patch
Shocktober.
this Halloween. The Pumpkin Cutter, a great way to let your kids carve their own pumpkin.
These are like pathetic dollar store products that are getting full-blown commercials back in the 70s. That is literally just a piece of metal with a plastic handle that you're going to use once to cut a pumpkin, and it's getting its own commercial.
Without sharp edges that cut little hands. It even makes toothy grins easy to do.
And then
No.
when they put it have to get another one.
No, here's what happens. You get them every fucking year, because we did. You realize they sucked. You switch to a paring knife, but the very next year you'd fall for it and do the whole mambo over again.
Pumpkin scoop. Remove seeds and pulp.
Yeah, like, let's be real. If you've ever tried to clean out a pumpkin with literally anything that comes in a kit, or like, it's like, oh, they're scooping it, like, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, maybe next time I'll try digging a replica of the Panama Canal with a toothpick. You fucking...
Better than any spoon. And the pumpkin light replaces dangerous candles with glowing results.
Okay, that's
Have
pretty
a great
legit.
pumpkin this Halloween with the Pumpkin Cutter, Pumpkin Scoop, and Pumpkin Light.
Pumpkin Cutter products available at Long's Drugs and Safeway.
Don't own a knife? Good news.
Grammarly does more than...
Shut up. Grammarly. Ugh. Wearing vinyl masks, I always hated because it was always hot and they would always stink. I don't know what about it, like something in your breath constantly is reacting with the vinyl, and it's just, what the fuck is it? It's Instant Eye Hotline. There is no one speaking. What? It's just for... What the fuck is going on?
It's just local stores.
No, it's not. It's a commercial for Eyewitness News? Who thought that was a good idea?
But something is coming to get them. Nightmare on Elm Street. No!
Bye, Johnny Depp.
She's the only one who can stop it. If she fails, no one will survive.
Bad news. There were a lot of sequels. She fails.
Wes Craven's Nightmare on Elm Street, rated R.
He came out fully
Now
fledged,
playing
man.
at a flagship theater near you.
Freddy popped out
For
a
great
full-blown
Halloween
character.
fun, pick up some spooky decorations at Walgreens. Just $7.99 each. Scary sound-activated Halloween figures, battery-operated pirate skull, witches, skeletons, and more. Stock up on Halloween candy, too. Walgreens has a wide selection of treats and goodies of all kinds.
I get the, like, obviously, look at all this great candy, because there's no way to make candy look bad, because it's designed to be colorful and make people want to eat it. But those pathetic toys, like, why hang on them for so long? Like, they look so cheap. No one bothered to, like, even get, like, a showroom-style quality model. And they'll linger on these shots for 30 seconds. It's like, yep, they take 2 AA batteries. Meanwhile, it's like, da-da-da-da-da. Why are we still watching this?
Kayla says, my
And it's
first
time-
nightmare movie was Freddy vs. Jason.
You know, everybody's got to find it eventually, and whatever your gateway is.
To order your holiday photo greeting cards, put your favorite photo on any of 6 beautiful
porno
designs.
greeting cards.
All orders include a free marker pen. Treat yourself to savings.
A
This
free
week
marker
at
pen,
Walgreens.
guys.
Oh my.
Oh, here's the Joe Piscopo beer commercial.
On Halloween, reach for the less filling beer that tastes.
So let's do the math. Like, this has got to be the 80s. Oops, because it's Joe Piscopo, and he was on Saturday Night Live in the 80s and would be in a Miller Lite commercial. So if they're doing like a 60s throwback in the 80s, that's not good. Because we should have hit the 90s by now, is what I'm getting at. But the 80s loved the 50s and the 60s for some reason.
This place was once a funeral parlor, wasn't it?
Now we dance in it. Isn't it fun?
Sad.
We're gonna get out of here.
You know, whenever I'm in danger and there's anyone nearby who will listen, I will grab them by the lapels and waste time by telling them that we have to get out of here. It's very important.
Night of the Demon.
Was this a...
I feel like the party's just
maybe
begun. Rated R.
Okay.
Now it's Friday.
What was the Tales from the Crypt movie? It was Bordello of Blood, and I feel like there was a demon.
and Channel
in somewhere.
47 want kids to have a bright and safe Halloween. Once again this year, Rayovac is providing free personal kid-sized flashlights for use when trick-or-treating Halloween night. These flashlights will light the way to safer rounds of the neighborhoods. To get your flashlight, just come to any Madison Burger King on October 30th and ask for one. No purchase is necessary, and Burger King will give you a special treat bag and a coupon good for the soft drink of your choice. But the supply is limited, so get to Burger King early. And remember, be safe this Halloween. Where light...
That you could tell that guy was actually someone who worked at Burger King, because they were like, okay, you're going to hand him the thing and then wave and be all happy. And he's like, you know, fuck. He's like, now can I go back to
Colored
making burgers?
costumes, be extra careful crossing streets, and ask...
I don't understand why. So there was all this big push in the 80s and 90s for like safety, like reflective stuff and flashlights and whatnot. And my thing is like, that's all well and good. I get the push for safety, but I've never, ever went out trick-or-treating without a parent.
Yeah.
And like, it's their job to keep your ass in line. Like, what, you want to paint your kid up like a reflective cone and give them 90 flashlights and glue a bunch of glow sticks to their costume, whatever. But like, it always feels like, make sure your kids are safe with all this stuff. And it always gives the impression of like a Hansel and Gretel type situation. Like, off into the woods you go, children, to find your candy and take a flashlight with you and leave this bread. You're going to be there, right, Mom and Dad?
Your parents to check your treats and throw out any unwrapped ones, just to
Like
be safe.
this one.
We'll help with 3 flashlights from Rayovac and a special treat from Burger King just for the asking. It all happens Thursday, October 30th only at the Madison Burger King near you. And happy Halloween,
the, like,
Rayovac, Burger King, and Channel 47.
Like the low.
There's goblins, there's ghouls,
Everything.
there's spiders.
Everything
and
is so
that.
low.
Halloween's
Yeah.
coming, the trick-or-treaters are out. But look at that witch on Halloween
Oh.
night. She's the first one with a blinking pumpkin light. Pumpkin light flashes.
Wait
so
a
everyone
minute.
knows she is near. Pumpkin light
That's
makes
the same
Halloween
light you
safer
told us to
and
put inside
scarier
the
this
pumpkin.
year. And pumpkin light safer for a
Oh my
spooky
God.
pumpkin too. Just pop it right in and watch your pumpkin go boo.
Pumpkin Light is available at Osco, Purity Supreme, Spags, and Leewards.
Spags. Come on into Spags.
It was a
Try not to catch
Halloween
him.
party where fantasies come true.
Oh,
I
what
put
is
on
eight?
Showtime
What
makeup
the
and did a dance or two.
Gross,
Boys
what
and
is this?
girls were hanging out like Vamp and Tigress too. My Showtime face was all in place then, rocking.
What? Okay, so what?
And did a dance or two.
Something
Boys
sketchy
and
is
ghouls
happening.
were
Something
hanging
is
out like
suspicious.
Vamp and Tigress too. My
Wait
Showtime
for
face
it.
was
There, that. So, do you see how they put an image they could not keep still? What is he actually holding? Did they hand him the wrong box? Number one. Number two, like, they were just like, hey man, would your drama club like to wear our makeup and dance around a little bit?
all in place then, Rock Angel, I saw you.
It's Showtime, the adult Halloween makeup. Showtime is hypoallergenic, more comfortable than masks, more fun too.
You know you are my fantasy, but I can't speak to you.
Make up a Halloween fantasy with Showtime makeup.
Peace. Until they were rudely
Try
interrupted.
not to go to a party where everybody wears leotards. It's like the bulk of their costume.
Party!
This place is a mess.
Night of the Living Dead, or Return of the Living Dead. I used to hate this movie. It's grown on me.
They're back from the grave and ready to party.
I think things are getting out of hand.
The return of the living dead.
Starts Friday, August 16th at a theater near you.
Things do get out of hand, guys. Spoiler alert. They're zombies.
The trick to saving is treating yourself to these Hy-Vee specials.
See what they did there?
Pizza, 2 for $6.
The trick to saving is
Ruffles
treating
potato chip, $1.88. Nabisco premium crackers, 88 cents.
You know, for a local commercial, they're doing it just right. They're not being annoying.
Get low
This
prices all day, every day. Shop Hy-Vee.
Yeah, like this is a classic local grocery store commercial. Completely approve of that.
What time of year it is? It's Halloween.
This, however, is
Halloween.
stupid.
Make sure adults see you coming with shiny, bright yellow Halloween safety bags from Pizza Hut and 28 WPTF TV. And be careful trick-or-treating this Halloween.
It's like the whole point of the 80s, the 70s and 80s were to like fuck up your costume. It's like whatever you wanted to be, it was like, great, I'm going to go be like this army kid. Now that you got your costume, make sure you're wearing a yellow bag and your reflective McDonald's gauntlets and you're wearing 9 or 10 glow sticks and you got a flashlight. Like, just, why even dress up if you're just going to go as an eyesore?
Tell your parents where you're going and who's going with you. Before you go out, you can
Why aren't they going with you, kids?
Come to any participating Pizza Hut restaurant and pick one up.
This one went out of business, so we had to remove almost all the signage. Some of them are still left open. P.S. All Pizza Huts still look like that. Like KFC's, they are the Rock of Gibraltar when it comes to fast food.
I'm surprised Pizza Hut is still a thing.
I'm not. Most people have deadened taste buds. Like, you know, the fact that America's favorite pizza, quote unquote, is from Pizza Hut, I think that's by volume, not by taste.
Halloween safety bag is free from your friends at Pizza Hut and WPTF TV.
Look how happy this girl is.
Hi, I'm a Boglin. Me and my
A
friends wanna
Boglin!
be your friend, right, guys? Right. Call us at 1-900-909-5464 and hear how we can protect you from ferocious beasts. And help your teacher grade your math test. Yeah, new story.
Would you call to spend 35 cents a minute to talk to someone pretending to be a puppet?
Every day. One call gets you a 3D Boglin hologram like this.
You were
4
a
calls
kid,
get you a set
probably.
of 6. Trade them with your buddies. And part of your $2.
4 calls
unit
get you
call goes to
6?
Special Olympics. So get your parents' permission and call us at 1-900-909-5464. Go get the phone. I said get it, not eat it.
Wednesday.
What
It's hot.
possible information and or entertainment value could you get from calling a 900 number to talk to someone pretending? What? Like Freddy, sure. Maybe there's something there. Maybe he can give you a little skinny on the movies coming out. You know, if you're a dimwit, fine, call Freddy Krueger. But how dim do you have to be to call a puppet?
Hot and cold running chills as a big witch brews trouble for America's favorite rabbit in Bugs Bunny's Halloween special.
Me, what's up, witch?
Then Raggedy Ann and Andy get the stuffing scared out of them in The Pumpkin Who Couldn't Smile. Two
Raggedy
Halloween
Ann and
treats
Andy
starting
sucked.
at 8,
Nobody
7
liked
Central
them.
and Mountain.
Remember Pippi Longstocking?
From the
Yes.
people who brought
That-
you Halloween.
I barely remember Pippi Longstocking because she was like on her way out when I was on my way
There
in.
was nothing within him, not a conscience, no reason that wasn't even remotely human.
Don't miss the all-new Halloween 2.
Who's in charge of making these commercials?
He came home. Halloween 2, rated R. The
People that probably don't make them
continues.
anymore.
They're so confusing, like, because today commercials are like,
Halloween.
you know, fucking focus tested and polished and professional and slick, and they are like almost diabolically designed to get you to buy something. Where, like, the refreshing thing about watching these old commercials is they haven't gotten it down to a science of manipulation yet. So it's people just like, hey, candy at my store. Here's a thing for $1. Like, come buy the thing. Like, it almost, even though it isn't, it feels almost guileless when compared to like today's predatory ads.
Kayla says if I were to call a Boglin 1-900 number, would the Boglin be holding the phone or the puppeteer?
I imagine it would be like the Boglin and then the dude holding the phone to the Boglin. I would call 1-900 Wet Boglin.
Clean too. No way. Because Laverdia's will give me full credit on all unopened bags of candy purchased at their stores. This 12-ounce...
What a novel idea. Bringing back candy you didn't give out for a refund instead of eating it like the fat ass that we know you are.
My mom said, do you remember our neighbors on where we used to live? They would buy the big bag of candy, the Tootsie Rolls, not fun size, and give one, then return what they didn't give out to get their money back.
What kind of like a dick move, number one? Because on the one hand, I feel like good on them because I guess money is more important than being fat back in the day. But now, like, people wait for the day, like, maybe even the day of. I'm sure that if you walk into Walmart or Target, maybe even the day before Halloween, the candy is 70% off.
Right.
And if you walk in the day of or the day after, if you can find anything left, if you can pick it up and take it out of the store, it's yours. How times have changed.
Bag of Whoppers milk chocolate or a 10-ounce bag of Milk Duds chocolate-covered caramels, only $1.59 at all Lavernia super drugstores.
Look at the terrible framing.
Everybody's heading for Woolworth and Woolco to get set for Halloween. There's costumes of TV.
Whoa, it's not a picture of Wonder Woman on the front. That's a picture of the Hulk, though, and that's, yeah, okay.
And there's superheroes like Spider-Man,
See,
Batman, Superman.
If sometimes you can do it right, why sometimes can you not? Why? Darth Vader shouldn't have a picture of himself. That would be like if I sat here with a t-shirt of myself on and be like, hey, I'm going as myself for Halloween. Because you know what I do all the time? Wear fucking photos of myself on my chest.
I'm surprised you don't.
Don't think I haven't thought of it. That might be the next project for the store.
All at the favorite Halloween haunts, Woolworth and Woolco.
Halloween costumes from most stores have one built-in disadvantage. Anyone can buy the same costume. A costume from Ragstock, on the other hand, is unique because you selected yourself from a huge stock of recycled clothing. Create your own Dracula or Superman. Be a cowboy or a rock star, a tramp or a vamp.
Visit Ragstock at 327 State Street,
What a
Madison.
pathetic commercial. But the earnestness.
Quiet, I'm calculating.
Isn't it dark in there?
Not for my new Anilite solar calculator from Texas Instruments.
You have a Texas instrument?
Texas Instruments Anilite calculator. Unlike other solar calculators, it works in almost...
Bad news, Drac. Things that are run off of solar power, they need the sun's light. So what the fuck are you doing?
Maybe he took
And
it-
how is this working? He's got a light on.
Maybe he had it outside and then brought it in when it got dark so it had all the charge and then he went.
But he would have to get in before, like, there's...
Good and feel.
The new line of Anilite solar calculators from Texas.
Also, hey, Dracula, can you explain the fact that there was a fucking light source in, like, just say, hey, number one, who is this bitch? Is that Mina? Tell her to shut up. Like, number one, like, just be like, oh, yeah, it's a solar calculator. Don't just be like, yeah, I brought a candle. Shut the fuck up. Texas Instruments.
Imagine the Prince of Darkness with a solar calculator.
Also, he brought no paperwork. He brought no pen. He brought no pencil. What is he possibly doing with that calculator? Repeatedly writing hell and boobs? That gets old after a while, guys.
Ooh, scary.
Tired of wearing the same old face Halloween after Halloween? Why not try a Fright Night nose mask from Bud and Bud Light? There's Batface, Scary Witch, Mr. Pumpkin, and
What?
Big Black Cat. Best of all, these amazing masks are available where Bud and Bud Light are sold. So
What?
So anywhere?
Those look like shit! What? So they're saying that that piece of shit cardboard cutout that he was wearing on his face isn't free with purchase, but available for purchase.
Yep.
And seeing as how it's beer, let's hope to God you've already run through a case, because that's the only way you'd show up and buy one of those fucking dumbass things. Hey, you want a 4-inch wide fucking cardboard pumpkin to really show your friends that you have no taste and also no concept of money? Oh God, here's this again. Where did he get the pen? Why is he frozen? And also, if he was frozen, how is his body not still frozen? I'll give you the arm.
Dear Bick, you're probably not going to believe this, but
Why would Bick care? Why would be the
McDonald's
first
has
thing?
a monster of an idea. Happy
pens
Halloween certificate. A book of 10 is only $1.
So here's the thing about what we've been getting so far. We've seen lots of McDonald's commercials, but so far only gift certificates. I have not seen a single bucket commercial. We've seen an M&M commercial, but the M&Ms did not show up. The characters.
Like the normal way, yeah.
Also, no nugget toys.
Your gang can turn them in for free dessert treats like cones and sample-sized sundaes at McDonald's. Each book also comes with a mail-in certificate for this free Roger Rabbit when you buy your video cassette of the smash hit Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
I feel like that movie was not for kids. I know there were cartoons in it and it was marketed to kids, but there was a sexually aggressive baby in that movie and also a lot of death. Like, you see a sentient cartoon shoe slowly get lowered into ooze that literally obliterates it. And they're like, yeah, it's for kids. What? We just watched someone slowly die right before our eyes. And Christopher Lloyd is the scariest fucking person on the planet in that movie. Yeah, I loved watching that as a kid. Oh, and P.S. Jessica Rabbit's going to push her tits up against What's-His-Nuts, the detective. Hey, kids, want to watch a fun movie?
McDonald's Happy Halloween certificates. A deal so good, it's eerie.
It's the curse.
Cast a spell.
I only meant a little mischief. I didn't mean to kill anything.
Cast a shadow.
That's how it always starts.
He was a witch.
Cast out.
You cast a spell before you know it.
Strong.
Voodoo.
Magic.
It is contaminated with evil.
Magic that works. Only
Surprisingly.
if you believe it.
So if you don't, you're fine.
The dark side.
10 o'clock on
Magic works only if you believe it. Just like God moves in mysterious ways.
This Halloween, party with your favorite monsters during Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios, Florida. And right now, carve out savings of up to $6.
I thought they were selling these pumpkins, and I was like, oh.
Coupon you'll find on 2 liters of Pepsi. For details, visit a Pepsi display near you. Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios.
I need more details. Where's the closest Pepsi display? This is before smartphones, so you would have to like go ask someone.
We were telling ghost stories in the Fun Fruits jungle.
Oh,
And skeletons.
these trees love to laugh. Spoiler alert, guys. My guess is by the end, everything will be fine and they'll be laughing.
And that's how we discovered new Fun Fruits Spooky Fruit. With skulls, ghosts, and monsters. And Fun Fruits Space Shapes with aliens, astronauts, and spaceships.
Where's the laughing?
New fruit snacks from Sunkissed Fun Fruits.
Give me 5.
New Fun Fruits Space Shapes.
There it is.
Spooky Fruit.
Told you. He's fine.
From the master of suspense, Stephen King.
Those guys were always laughing. I don't know why. Sunkissed was like, you know what? We were going to make a fruit snack that comes from trees that laugh. And by God, did they ever. Those trees fucking laughed. You know, since fruit snack commercials were on literally every third commercial, I heard that all fucking day.
Comes a tale you'll never forget. Silver Bullet. Halloween night at 8 on Movie 32.
Good movie. Crippled Kid,
Halloween.
Gary Busey, werewolves.
A time for children. Parties. Good times.
Bad times.
Halloween was a special time.
But then the Christians
Until
ruined
he
it.
Came back for more.
I told you this isn't a
What?
Monday, October 21st at 8. TV 50 presents the broad.
So the guy in that spot right there, he was like, hey boss, I ran out to get a Mike Myers mask, but they were really expensive. So I got this, I don't know what it is. Do you approve? And he goes, yes. Now stab in front of that pumpkin. Our standards are so low. Please don't even ask.
Cast television premiere of
It's the 70s.
Halloween 2.
Maybe the 80s.
Michael's back, and there's no place to hide.
Decent production value. Uh-oh. Take your time. Okay, now yeah, let's, you got 30 seconds. 30 seconds is usually typically how long the ad should be. You don't have a 90-minute lead up to the 30 seconds that you want to be.
You must believe me, Count. I didn't know. I did not know.
Come on, what are we selling? Ketchup?
And let the servants do the shopping.
People tend to see red when you serve up anything but What-is tomato sauce because What-is never skimp on their special ingredients and top quality tomatoes.
We had to watch the embodiment of Mina, essentially, run through 937 square feet, 37,000 square feet of mansion, tomato sauce.
Twice the taste and twice as good because What-is...
Why was it on her hand? We never got there. What the fuck?
It means good food.
She likes it. All right. That's the end of that one.
We've been going for an hour and 40.
Yes, I mean, that's probably a good amount, right, guys? Let's be real. I don't want to keep you guys all night. I mean, I keep going. And full disclosure, I was going to, if the commercials totally didn't pan out and sucked, luckily we found this batch, we were just going to straight up watch the Garfield Halloween special because I pulled it up. And here's the thing, if 1 million people can host it on YouTube, I can host it on my channel in a tiny little box up in the corner and talk about it, right? So that's what we would have done, but I feel like I don't want to take up any more of anybody's time, especially in the middle of the week. So we're going to call it here. I'm going to tell you all thank you for showing up, bringing in, more nostalgia, more Halloween cheer. Am I missing anything? If you want to get in touch with us, whatever you can, be like Popeye stuff, use discount code SPOOKY until Halloween to get 10% off. And, maybe that's what I did wrong because I cut all the prices of all the merch in the store to like bone deep because I was like, why? No one's going to want to pay this much for all this stuff. So I marked it super down. But I think people just like leave it super expensive. And every once in a while I'll be like, hey, 50% off or whatever. So now the most I can offer is 10% because after that, like
you have to pay them to make
right.
it.
And like giving the 10% off cuts the profit that would go to Heart and or us from full dollars to dozens of cents. Whatever, we're not doing it for the money or for Heart. I mean, they need the money, but like whatever, the Flamingo Friday stuff isn't. So whatever, 10% off, spooky. In 2 days' time, it is the second FFOP Among Us, Deception, Synergy, yada, yada, long-ass name that I made up. So get ready for that. If you haven't played with us before, now's going to be a good time. Because we got to strike while the iron is hot. God knows, like, I was wrong about Fortnite. I said, 2 weeks tops, and here we are 90 years later, and it's still going strong. But I feel like Among Us might be a little flimsier than that, so now it's time to strike. I guess that's it. Chris, am I forgetting anything? Should we be doing anything? The Halloween special, obviously. Yeah. I guess that's it. So, guys, thanks for showing up. If you're watching in the future, because let's be real, I still, to this day, watch as much Halloween stuff year-round as I can. So if you're watching this just to get a little flavor of it in the future, good on you. So yeah, I guess that's it. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for participating in the typing square. Kayla, thanks for moderating. Cherish, everybody, thank you so much. And we will see you next time on Until My Battery Dies. Or just kidding. It'll be called something different because it's the Among Us thing. But we'll see you next time in a couple of days. Bye!